The better you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 second in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Get up! 180! Mike 45. Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Motion! Block! Alert! Stop!
On first down, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on up. Offense.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going to run you over. Check safety, check safety.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready. 70, Indy. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 51, Mike 51. Get your swerve on. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Let's put him on the button.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. It's caught by Mike Evans. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run. This is Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip that ball. Hey, switch gears. Get it. Run.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Zoo. Five.
Off play action, Tannehill. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Tannehill on the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
6 guys. Check down.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you. Ready, ready.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
You're out.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it. To the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And the Patriot first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
180. Check. 45 to Mike. Here we go. Check.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change it?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Move. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Focus, defense, focus. 45's the mic. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day. Check 52. Alert. Tight dog. Greystone, travel.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Out. 3 down. Move. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Trubisky. Able to get this to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Michel, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I got you.
On second down, Michel. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, ball.
On third down, Trubisky. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rush in, rush up. Joker.
And they will run it with Michel. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Michel going to try again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. This is Hunt. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They're off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Bravo.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget.
Crunch time, defense.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Check pass, check pass.
Get it.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill.
Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on.
And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And the Eagles out in front early. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 26. Hey, 18. Same. 80 weapon. 57's the mic. Hey, ball. Turnover. Get that ball. Whip. Watch the alert. 57's the mic. Hey, alert. The mic. I got you, pop. 110. Hey. High 7.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Hey, watch the slant. Alert. 57. Mike, 57.
Here we go.
Hey, alert.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Red, up. 57's the mic. Watch the
Trubisky to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Red, up. 57's the mic.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill going up top for Miller. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, 71 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Stop! 180!
57's the mic. Big stop, let's go.
57's the mic. Mike 50. Hey, Delta, you ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, exit.
I got you, son. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Ran, touch.
Check 3.
On third down, Michelle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New England. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready, ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Go.
All right, D.
Hey, orbit. X3, 218, chopper.
51.
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watch the twist.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Pick the edge. Come.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Howard, the tight end. He'll gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Right there. 54, right?
Smooth.
54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch set. Watch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike, 54. I got him.
Hey, rock it.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch number 5, number 5, watch number 5. Watch tight end.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You got time. Hey, 18. Hey, foxtrot.
Watch the slant.
Motion.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt, 95 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
There he goes, right side. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 67 yards on the ground. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Watch the out, watch the out. Watch the safety creep.
18.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, Michel, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Ran, top. Hey, zoom.
Mike 45.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team to have.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt, 95 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Get the point. Get on the point right here.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Hatchet.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ran, talk. Hey, ball.
Mike, 40.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Slam.
Ready.
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Greystone travel.
Watch the pass. Check.
Let go.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Gay's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Alert, 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 alert. 18, 18.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaquille Barrett. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tampa Bay, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with